Hey, it's Sade and welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'll be trying out some new products that Ecotools and influencers sent me out to try. I'm really excited about that because I love getting new makeup and trying out new beauty products. I will be doing kind of like a side-by-side comparison with Ecotools and other brands on my face. If you're new to this channel, please make sure you click that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up, and let's get into it. So as you guys can see, I have on no foundation right now. I did my eyes and my brows off camera, and I do have primer on, but I will be applying my foundation with the new Ecotool brush set that I have. And this brush set that I'm using is the Airbrush Complexion kit. And I just want to see really how it works and how it compares to the brushes that I use like on a daily basis. So I'm going to be using the Ecotool brushes on this side of my face for my foundation and concealer. I'm going to be using the regular brushes that I always use on this side of my face, just so that way like I can see like if there's any difference at all. This brush kit has 4 brushes and 1 makeup wedge, which is basically like a makeup sponge. And the really cool thing about this kit is that this is not just packaging, this is actually a makeup storage container, which is really cool. So you can like put this like on your vanity or in your bathroom or wherever. So when you actually take everything out of the box, there are 3 beauty cards. And the cards basically like give you steps on how to achieve different type of foundation finishes. And one of them says Airbrush Complexion, one of them says Everlasting Matte, and the other one says Complexion Purpose. And since I'm using the Airbrush Complexion kit, I'm just going to stick with the Airbrush Complexion Finish. And so this is pretty much what the card looks like, and it has about like 5 steps on it for you, like just to follow step by step with all the brushes. Okay, so this is the Ecotools makeup sponge, and this is the Real Techniques makeup sponge, and this is what I'll be using on this side, and I will be using this on this side. So the first step it's saying is to dampen and apply the foundation base with the Tri-Effecting Wedge for an airbrush base. So this makeup wedge sponge, it doesn't really have any instructions on how to use it, and it has like this little like line right here, and I don't really know like exactly what that's for, but we're gonna give it a try. So I'm just gonna use this side to apply it because I assume that's how it works. I mean, I really don't know. And there's also no price in this box that I have, so I don't know the prices for these things yet, but I will try to find out and put that in the description box if I can, and if I can't, then sorry about that. So these are like brand new like makeup brush tools that are coming out basically, and I'm just really excited that I even like get to try these, and I get to try them for free. I mean, like, that's pretty amazing. This is my first time using this, and I'm using the Fit Me foundation, which I always use in the same shade, and I'm already loving like this finish. Like, it's giving like a really nice like even finish. Like, can I get like zoom up a little bit more? I'm just zooming in for you guys a little bit so that you guys can see like how my skin looks. Like it looks pretty good right now. Okay, so I did only half of my face because like I said, I'm only doing this half of my face with the sponge, and I'm going to do this other half with the Real Techniques sponge. So this is the Ecotool side, and this is the Real Techniques side. But I think that this side actually looks like a little bit more like matte to me. I don't know, let me know in the comments which side you think looks better so far, using Ecotools or the Real Techniques sponge on this side. So next I'm going to do my concealer, and I'm using this Ecotools Precision Concealer Brush, and I'm going to use this Real Techniques concealer brush. And I'm not really trying to do like Ecotools versus Real Techniques, but it's just somehow coming out that way. But like looking at my brushes right now, like I have a majority, like 90% of my brushes are Real Techniques, just because they're really affordable, and I just seem to have a lot of them right now. And guys, I'm also like following this Airbrush Complexion card like step by step, and this is the step that it's telling me to do next. So I'm going to take my LA Girl Pro Conceal in the shade Chestnut. Like, guys, I don't know about you, but I personally don't like when people just like pack on so much concealer all under their eye and near their nose. It takes like way too much to blend out for me, and I just don't like that. So a lot of times like I'll just like dot concealer. So I will probably just blend this out with the Real Techniques sponge, because I can see like this is not really going to blend out. Okay, so I just read the card again, and the reason why this wasn't working properly, because I think this is for small areas on your face, like probably like over here, and for like bigger spots on your face, like under your eye, you're supposed to use this brush, which is the Precision Foundation Brush. And the second step does say to target and cover blemishes or spots. So that is what this little brush is for. So this is what I'm supposed to use, like to blend out the under eye area. It says brighten and blur under eye area with a Precision Foundation Brush, which is this brush right here. And all these brushes, they are all labeled with the type of brush that it is. And I think that is really, really helpful, because there's no way that I would have known. Like, you guys see like how easily like I just like messed that up. Like, there's no way that I would have known that. This brush, it is kind of like, it's soft, but it's like kind of like a dense brush. Like the bristles are like really like packed together. And I'm actually going to use a smaller concealer brush to do my chin area. And I can probably like do this for my nose also. I'm just going to use this for my like forehead part. Yeah, so that's how the concealer looks on this side. So I'm gonna go in with this brush, and let's just hurry up and just do this side. I don't have like a lot of concealer brushes. It's not like one of my favorites. Like, this sometimes leaves streaks, which I don't like, so I'm just going to buff that out with this Complexion sponge, because I think this blended out pretty good with this brush. I usually do my finger when it comes to highlighting down my nose, but I just want to try and see how it's going to look if I just use this brush instead. Okay, so next I am going to go in with the setting powder, and for the Ecotools brush I am going to use this controlled setting brush. You guys can see what it says, but yeah, and this is what the brush looks like. So I'm going to use this on this side, of course, and I'm going to use this Real Techniques setting brush to set my powder. I do not like using a lot of setting powder just because I don't want to like, you know, possibly have any flashback. And a lot of time when I take pictures with this camera, like I don't use the flash just because like I don't want to test it. And sometimes like on my iPhone, like I do get flashback, and sometimes I don't. So like I just like to be careful and not use that much. So maybe I can put a little bit more, because probably barely can even see that. I'm just gonna put some here. I'm just gonna put a little bit more on, and on this side of my forehead. I'm not baking, I'm just kind of like stippling it on just to press it into my skin, and then I'm just gonna brush it off. Just going to do the same thing on this side with this brush. Okay, so for the last step on this card, it says add a pop of color with the Multitask powder brush for a glow and natural look. And this is the Multitasking powder brush. It's a pretty big brush, I would think, to highlight with in comparison to the one that I do use. So I don't exactly know how that is going to work. This is a Real Techniques, this is actually a contour brush, but I use it to do my highlight with. I'm actually using this highlight right here from the BH Cosmetics Misty Lens palette. It's going to go over it here on the high points of my cheeks and just brush it back and forth. Wow, that actually looks really, really nice. The brush is so big, so I thought that it would like get everywhere, but it's like making the highlight look really like nice and natural, and like a really nice like even application. Look at that. Just apply this like so. Now automatically, like this Ecotools side, like that highlighting brush is like, that is going to be my go-to brush for now on. I mean, look at that difference. That looks so good. I love the way that looks. As well, yes. Okay. This is the finished look, and this is the side that I use the Ecotool brushes and makeup sponge on, and this is the side where I use basically almost like all Real Techniques products. Or I think that there's definitely a difference. I think this side is a lot more like a flawless kind of look. As you guys can see, like my cheekbones look amazing, like everything looks amazing on the side, and I use the same makeup products that I always use, so I know it's not the products, I know it has to be the brushes, like for this like difference in like application, like you guys can see right now. And compared to this side, I mean this side looks good too, but I do think there's a little bit of difference, and the main difference may just be like the highlighting brush, because like it made like such a huge difference. Like look at that highlight, oh my god. So this brush was my favorite, and this sponge, I think it gave like a really good like base for foundation, so I like that a lot too. Ecotools generally is a pretty affordable brand. It's like one of like the first like makeup brushes that I tried when I first started trying out makeup, so it's really like pretty affordable. I mean these may be a little bit more just because it comes with like a storage tray, and can I show you guys the storage tray real quick? So this is like the little thing that you put the sponge in, and this is like the holder for everything else, which I think is really, really cute and really awesome and really convenient. I got like a lot more brushes than the brushes that I just tried. I also got this Start the Day Beautifully kit. Maybe I will try these in like a everyday like makeup tutorial. But yeah, I really enjoyed making this video. I really like the products. I mean, I can see the difference. I mean, I don't know if you guys can. Let me know in the comments below if you guys can see a difference, and if you guys like the Ecotool side or the Real Techniques side. So that's gonna be it for this video. Please remember to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you in the next video.